Many of the pundits in the mainstream media carried water for Hillary Clinton and her campaign and did propaganda for them. Now, one person who didn't, who really stood out, was Mika Brzezinski, who is the co-host of Morning Joe on MSNBC. Now, she's one of the few people who actually covered Bernie Sanders' campaign when he was getting thousands of people to attend his rallies. She also covered the DNC's bias against Bernie Sanders, and for daring to criticize Hillary Clinton, she explains that the campaign tried to silence her.
I was concerned the campaign was not understanding that perhaps there was an arrogance. They needed to sort of get up their high horse and understand that this isn't over. I'll just say it. NBC got a call from the campaign. Like I had done something that was journalistically inappropriate or something and needed to be pulled off the air. I mean, think about that.
Yeah.
That's just... That's shooting the wrong messenger.
By the way, Mika, there were also people surrounding the campaign that tried to tell the campaign it was in trouble. Those people were shut out.
Now, I think that this really demonstrates the hubris of Hillary Clinton's campaign, because she was expecting everyone in the media to do propaganda for her, and many of them did. There's a reason why we call CNN the Clinton News Network. It's because they did a lot of pro-Clinton news and just ignored Bernie Sanders, which effectively helped to kill off his campaign. So Mika Brzezinski, I think that there were many times where she really spoke truth to power, and I commend her for that. But, you know, it shows that if you go against the grain, if you go against the flow and what the establishment wants, there's going to be consequences for it. So they tried to silence Mika Brzezinski. Now, I get that this is just her saying that, and this is, her accusation. She's not providing any evidence for it. But should we believe Mika Brzezinski? Well, I'll let you decide. So we all remember when Mika Brzezinski famously asked Debbie Wasserman Schultz to step down, right?
Why would Bernie Sanders politely get in line for the Democratic Party?
Because Hillary Clinton.
I sure as hell wouldn't if the party I was a member of treated me like this, rigged the debate process, rigged Iowa, rigged the entire thing going.
This caused a complete and utter shitstorm. So first, Debbie Wasserman Schultz sent an email to Chuck Todd asking him to meet with her to discuss Mika's comments because she was pissed. Then, in a message to then DNC Communications Director Luis Miranda, well, she said, "This is the last straw. Please call Phil Griffin. This is outrageous. She needs to apologize." Miranda responded saying, "Since you already went to Chuck, I'll wait for his response." Then Debbie Wasserman Schultz replied, "I think we need to speak to both of them. I've been talking to Phil about this since our breakfast." So this not only illustrates that Hillary Clinton's campaign, which Debbie Wasserman Schultz was part of Hillary Clinton's campaign, because not only was she her campaign co-chair in 2008, but after she was forced to resign for corruption in 2016, she went on to be Hillary Clinton's honorary campaign chair. Now, this illustrates that they were colluding with the media, because she mentioned in that email that she talked with Phil Griffin about this multiple times. So they probably saw that Morning Joe was covering Bernie Sanders and was talking about the bias in the DNC, and she didn't like it. So, that was the last straw. If you dare to criticize the establishment and Hillary Clinton and the DNC, they're going to have a problem. So because of this shitstorm, and because of the way that they tried to silence Mika Brzezinski before, can we believe her now? Absolutely, we should believe her. I don't doubt the story at all. I don't doubt it for 1 minute, because the thing about Hillary Clinton and the DNC and Debbie Wasserman Schultz, all these people, they do not like it if you don't toe the party line. You're supposed to be part of the establishment. I mean, MSNBC is basically the propaganda wing of the Democratic Party. So to see someone very vocally speak out against their obviously corrupt tactics against Bernie Sanders, well, they don't like that. So I absolutely stand with Mika on this one. And Hillary Clinton, she should really be ashamed of the campaign that she ran, because she has no idea why she lost, right? She blames James Comey. They blame Russia. But how about this? Maybe it's the case that your own base didn't come out to support you because you pissed a lot of them off. Not only do you lose when you split the base. This is just common knowledge. But if you abandon what little voters you have left and start courting neoconservatives, if you refuse to campaign in Michigan, according to a political story, you decided to ignore the grassroots recommendation to campaign in certain states, you lose. Your campaign was bereft of strategy. You had no message. I don't know what I'm with her means. I don't know what stronger together means. You put forth no real reason for voters to support you, Hillary Clinton. So the fact that people were criticizing you, you should have seen that criticism and actually implemented whatever people were saying into your campaign, because you surrounded yourself by yes men and yes women, and all they did was confirm everything that you thought was true when it wasn't. You put yourself in a bubble and you lost, and now Donald Trump is president because of it. So you should be embarrassed, and I'm glad that Mika Brzezinski is speaking out.
Support this podcast by joining the independent progressive media revolution today at humanistreport.com.